Night's End, a Goblin's Tale. In a land of enchantment under an old and darkened sun, high atop a mountain lived an old goblin named Snick. He preferred living alone, and alone he lived among the cluttered and collected treasures of his life. Snick was a hobgoblin because of the unusual toes on one of his feet. He couldn't run or travel far because he hobbled. Thump Snick, thump Snick. It is said that the night he was born, he didn't bleat like other goblin boblins. He snicked. You see, his right foot didn't really have toes. Well, they kind of looked like toes. He had two of them like any other goblin, but his weren't meaty protrusions. They were 100% toenails. As a wee boblin, he used to chew on them. Actually, he still did. Some nights all night long. You could see him on his favorite rock, under the flares of the blackened sun, with his right leg hunched up and gnawing away. His benefactor, some dark prince of some faraway blighted land, would often chide him about that.
You mustn't gnaw on your nails, Snick. All of Night's End is dependent upon them.
But oh, they're so tasty, my lord,
Snick would reply every time. One night, Thump Snickin' home, Thump Snick, Thump Snick, Thump Snick, and giggling to himself, singing his favorite obsessive tune. He was very impressed with it. He had made it up himself.
Toe jam, tasty yummy groove. Toe jam, yummy yummy hoo.
A presence brightened his path, and he had to stop. A maiden on a white unicorn. Snick looked up at her as she spoke.
Snick? You are Snick, aren't you? Well, of course you are. I am the royal manicurist for the King of Light. I have been sent here to offer you a free manicure.
Now Snick knows a good thing when he sees it. Quickly, he seized the unicorn's horn, ripped it off, and bludgeoned both unicorn and manicurist with it, and then feasted upon their bones. Then, Thump Snicked on home. About a year later, once again, Thump Snick, down the path home, another bright presence before him, this time a jolly fat fellow with an apron and a billowy white hat on his head.
Ah, Snick,
he said.
I've been waiting for you.
Before this jolly fellow was a big black cauldron placed carefully over a cooking fire. Confusing Snick, the jolly fellow continued.
Before you feast upon my bones, I have a treat for you. Clip the nails on your smelly feet, and I'll make some toe jam stew.
Yummy, yummy was all Snick could relate within his mind. Greedily, he took his knife out and wedged it over his toenails. The jolly fellow was smiling encouragingly as Snick placed downward pressure on the blade. Snick! Lights out, total, unending, complete black. And laughter. Oh, the dark laughter. You should have heard it. In all the lands, in all the universes, you could hear our Dark Lord's laughter. The Dark Lord had enchanted Snick's toes and bound them to ultimate night. Those rubes, those innocent goody-goodies, demons of the light. Once they convinced our blessed Snick to cut off his toe, they had sealed their fate forever.